back again to you. It's been months since I did a drive time, but I didn't want to be bothered because I think most people really just don't get it, don't give a damn. But I made some commitments for this year, not New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in those. I think people ought to always be trying to better themselves. But I'm bringing this video to you because I want you to know the truth. And I may lose some friends, and that's fine. Unsubscribe, whatever you got to do. But I'm going to tell it to you like it is. And if you listen and you go to the places that I'm pointing you to, you'll understand. 1948 Israel is not about biblical prophecy. Outside of, there will be wars and rumors of wars. Understand something. God is about covenant. Israel, 2,000 years ago, when they had 1000 BC, so we're talking 3,000 years ago, when they had the land that used to belong to Canaan. Yeah, it used to be somebody else's land. You know what? Who else used to have some land that they don't have no more? Native Americans, all right, but I digress. They lost that because of their spiritual adultery. If you know the Bible and you read the words of Jesus, when Jesus was talking about divorce, Jesus said, that which God had put together, let no man put asunder. But because of the hardness of your heart, Moses suffered you a paper of divorce. But in the beginning, it was not so. Save for the cause of adultery, spiritual adultery. That's what Israel engaged in, and that's why they got conquered. First, the nation became split. Look it up. We got the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Then the northern kingdom got conquered. And then the southern kingdom got conquered. Up until 1917, that land, renamed Palestine by the Romans, had been ruled by the Ottoman Empire for the last 400 years. 400 years. Now go look this name up, Balfour. After World War II, Balfour came up with this plan. You know what? We ought to give the Jews back their homeland. Oh, okay. All right. I get it. You know, you don't need God. All right. You're going to do it for them. But before that happened, understand something. I'm going to explain to you, and you can look it up. The reason why the Arabs are so pissed off. They went to the British colonizers, okay? Imperialists. Look those words up. They went to the British and asked for their help. Help us get rid of the Ottoman Empire. Well, the British agreed. And when they were done, the British came back and said, you know what? We're going to go and implement this Balfour nonsense. And they betrayed the Arabs. The Arabs wasn't expecting that. They wanted the land to come back to them. They didn't want it given to Israel. Oh, but you know something else that most people don't know that they didn't tell you about? They offered Israel Uganda. And I listened to the dude talking. He was like, well, I love African. And you know what? And I hate the word African. I forget which country he was from. I would name him by country. But that was some more European BS. They just lumped all people in countries in Africa as one group and just call them Africans. Forget about Ugandan. I get it. So he said the British offered the Jews Uganda, but the Jews refused, citing they had no ties to Uganda. we are thankful to God because we could not have stopped them. Did you hear what I said? Hey, look up this other cat. His name is Leopold, and what he did to one of them countries in Africa. Just look him up, King Leopold. Look it up. All right. So Israel jump in and they colonize. Remember, 1948, Israel ain't got a damn thing to do with the Bible. Okay? That was not God moving. That was European white men. And if you look up the leaders of Israel, where they come from, Ukraine, Poland. Not out of Africa. I mean, not out of Israel. If they have ties to Israel, then I have ties to Africa. And I used to tell y'all in videos before, I ain't lost a damn thing in Africa. Them suckers sold us into slavery. So I ain't lost nothing over there. My ties are right here in America. I got white blood running through my veins, Native American blood running through my veins, and Negro blood running through my veins. I am an American, and I happen to be Negro. So I don't go use that title, African American. And those of you that know me, you have heard me say this before. I'm trying to help you to understand. And if you ain't caught on to what segregation Jimmy Crow Joe is doing to this country, you ain't gonna never get it. You're stupid. You're dumb. If you ain't caught on to what Obama did, you ain't gonna never get it. You're stupid. You're dumb. If you ain't caught up to what rhinos have done, Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and I'm talking to those that call themselves Republicans. You're stupid. You're dumb. You ain't gonna never get it. That is why I stopped making drive time videos, because most people are too damn stupid to understand and see what's happening right in front of their faces. The Epstein logs have just been released. The testimony of those children has been released. Confirmed an ex-Senator Mitchell. Confirmed Bill Clinton. Confirmed Stephen Hawking. More is going to come out. And I remember having posts on Facebook that I made, removed false news or misinformation. I can't count the number of times I went into Facebook jail about COVID, and I'll probably get, because I just mentioned that word, this video might get banned. And I see a lot of people bleeping stuff out on Facebook. I mean YouTube. I don't know what the new rules are. I don't care if this video stay up, it stay up. If it don't, so be it. I made it. I told you. And that's what I used to always say. I'll tell you the truth. It's up to you to take it, get it, and understand it. And if you don't understand what's happening by now, man, you're stupid. Period. What they're doing to our children. If you don't get that, you're stupid. You don't understand. I'm just telling you straight up. So, wake up. Get an understanding. Understand that the Israel, 1948 Israel, not the Israel put in place by God, but Zionism. That ain't got nothing to do with what God was doing. The Star of David, nowhere is it biblical. And for you idiot Christians, I stand with Israel. Yeah, I used to be one. Talking about what God wants. Understand, any Jew that is not, and I don't want to get into the trying to educate people about the word Jew again, because Jew is a remnant of 2 tribes out of the 12, and I'm not going to get all into that. But any Hebrew that has not converted, and yes, Peter was a Hebrew, Jesus was a Hebrew, Paul was a Hebrew, all of the apostles were Hebrews. They converted. So any Hebrews, if you're a Christian, listen to me, any Hebrew that has not accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, they're going to hell according to the New Testament. That's just what it is. You might not like it. I'm just simply telling you. If you're a Christian, you either believe the Bible or you don't. And I'm sick of all these Christians always trying to bind people to the Old Testament. But that's another conversation, and I will probably make a video about that another time. But look up Talmud, Talmud, put out by the Jews, Hebrews. They hate Christians, okay? Like Muslims hate Jews. Now, I don't know what make people do what they do, but understand something. War is not there because of hate. It's there because people make money. People are making money off of this. And like it or not, Europeans came to America and colonized it. Europeans went into countries in Africa, colonized it. They are wicked. And I'm going to tell you something about the U.S. The reason why they are not standing up, getting back to the UN, and they called Donald Trump for saying we need to leave the UN. It was the U.S. that vetoed a measure for a ceasefire from Israel. You want to know why? Because what Israel is doing to the Palestinians, the U.S. have been doing it. Now, I'm only going to mention this because it happened, and only in the context of killing unarmed civilians. World War II, we dropped 2 nuclear bombs over in Japan, right? Not saying that Japan didn't deserve it. I'm just telling you, we killed unarmed civilians. Vietnam, we killed unarmed civilians. Kissinger, who just died, was responsible. And they talked about it, but they never brought charges. He was a war criminal. We did the same thing in Afghanistan. We did the same thing in Iraq. The U.S. kills unarmed civilians. So Netanyahu is basically telling segregation Jim Crow Joe, which he did not do to Bill Clinton or Bush, to their credit, because they put him in check, told him, no, you will not. But now he's saying, yes, we will, because you do the same thing. This is what they do. This is what Europeans do. Those over there running Israel ain't about Hebrews or Jews. It's about what Europeans do. I'm just telling you, man. Who is it? Niger just kicked France out. Yeah, France. Europeans kicked them out. Told the ambassador, you no longer have privileges, diplomatic privileges in this country. And I know I've gone 13 minutes. I promise. I'm going to stop in 15. I'm giving you the information. I'm giving you the breadcrumbs. You can go and research it for yourselves. And you can see for yourselves. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you what happened. This is what Europeans do. They go in. You know what? That was a song by the Eagles. And I don't remember the name of the song, but the lyrics was, some rich man came and raped the land. Nobody caught him. And I'm like, oh, you call something paradise, kiss it goodbye. So that's what they do. Is my heart weeping for Arabs? Hell no. What they did to dark-skinned Negroes like me in the slave trade is unforgivable. Am I weeping for countries in Africa, those that sold people, my people, in the slave? Hell no. And what they are dealing with from the Europeans? Hell no, because they brought it on themselves. But I am applauding those African countries that are waking up and getting rid of the European colonists. And when people in this country wake up, I'm talking about white people, black people, whatever, when they wake up to what our government does, we will be a better place. If you don't, start looking for World War III. And when World War III gets here, you know, I'll send you to Revelations, and you can see the rest from there. All right, we're gonna have the rapture, the rise of the Antichrist. We're gonna have tribulation. You know, there'll be peace that he'll bring, but after that, then there'll be the tribulation, and so forth and so on. You don't have to believe like I do, and that's all good. But this country is going to hell in a handcart. Whether you like it, accept it, or not, it's coming. It's coming. All right, so more drive times this year, more political activism, more some other things, which, you know, I may talk about later on. My videos will never be that polished stuff that you see. It'll never be AI. It's going to always be me talking to you just like this in my car. And we're going to keep it real, and we'll, you know, keep it moving. Oh, and man, I'm so glad that Hollywood is starting to expose. My hat's off to Cat Williams. I hope God continues to bless him. And those of you that got upset with me about posting the stuff about Diddy, talking about consenting adults, what that man, oh, anyway, you know what? If you don't get it, you ain't gonna never get it. T-Mont out, drive time. Till next time, peace. And let me see if I can't stop this video. Well, let's see, count.